We need to have a conversation about LeBron James. LeBron James, who will be continuing his storied and illustrious career into the 26-27 season, but he will not be doing it with the Lakers. Now, yesterday, Rich Paul, his agent and one of his best friends, ended up putting up a graphic that showcased the four teams that LeBron James was the best with his podcast partner, Max Kellerman, namely the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Miami Heat, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Denver Nuggets. And I'm going to go through each team very quickly and give you my reasoning as to why I believe the Cleveland Cavaliers will be the best option for LeBron James. First, we have the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, who just ended up attaining Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks in a landmark trade. Now, the Miami Heat now have Giannis, Bam, and Andrew Wiggins in their starting lineup, along with a host of role players. Now, they do not have shooting because they gave up most of their shooting in the trade. They do have Davion Mitchell and others, but once again, they do not have any type of shooting. So, in my opinion, this necessarily wouldn't be the best fit for LeBron James because needs spacing in today's NBA, and they certainly do not have the spacing. LeBron James, for as great as he is, he does not solve that problem for the Miami Heat. Next, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Minnesota Timberwolves, who just obtained LaMelo Ball from the Charlotte Hornets, as well as Josh Green and a host of other picks and things of that nature. I think LeBron James from the Minnesota Timberwolves will be box office. I think the name recognition will be great alone. However, I believe that because LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards both primarily work best with the ball in their hands, you don't want LeBron James to necessarily be a guy who's a floor spacer, a guy you're going to put in the corner, because once again, he's not a shooter. He's not a perimeter shooter. He's a guy who you want to come in and run your offense. And I think with those two guys, there's going to be a logjam at the ball handling position in terms of playmaking. And I think that would spell not necessarily disaster, but it wouldn't be good for the Minnesota Timberwolves long term, especially this year. Then we have the Denver Nuggets, which to me is the most intriguing because LeBron James with Nikola Jokic, I think, would be pretty intriguing to watch. However, Nikola Jokic being the main hub for that Denver Nuggets offense, would that take away some of his leverage as a playmaker, bringing LeBron James in, an individual who is more than likely going to have the ball in his hands a lot? It would definitely take some pressure off Jamal Murray, but in my opinion, I don't think that would necessarily solve the Denver Nuggets issues, which brings me to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers have Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. James Harden has opted out of his deal. Presumably, he's going to take a lesser deal for more years, which is going to open up more space to bring LeBron James in. I think LeBron James takes over the primary ball handling and playmaking responsibilities. That way, James Harden and Donovan Mitchell can be slotted as scorers, and it's going to allow them to be more effective in that role. And then you have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley taking over the defensive side of the ball. So in my opinion, the Cleveland Cavaliers will be the best option for LeBron James. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Y'all take it easy.